Y'all, listen to this. A French Arab comedian named Manuel Magdalene straight up kicked a 6-year-old black boy in the chest right there in the middle of Paris. A 6-year-old, let that sink in. And I don't care what anybody says this was about race, because if that child had been white or Arab, she would have never done that. You can tell when something comes from a place of bias, and this right here, that was exactly that. Now she's trying to defend herself, saying, "Oh, he tried to steal my purse. Girl, please." Multiple people said the little boy was just trying to pet your dog, the same dog that was sitting inside your purse. So you mean to tell me your instinct as a grown woman, as a mother, was to kick a 6-year-old child over that? Come on now. And what really gets me, she's a mom herself and her child is mixed. Which just proves what we've been saying. Being close to black people doesn't mean you respect black people. Because the way she reacted, that came from deep down. That's a mindset. At the end of the day, there's nothing she can say to fix this. She put her hands her foot on a child, a black child. That's assault on a minor, plain and simple. And honestly, her career, it's done, canceled. Because we're not brushing this off, not this time. We're going to call it what it is, a racist act, and move on. Accountability is coming, and she's just going to have to deal with it.
Before you come in my comment going, oh, blah, 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 blah. This is about black boys. Because how many mothers of black boys, black mothers of black boys, think their black son is the only good one and all the other black boys are criminals? Black boys don't have a chance to be babies. She turned around, saw him trying to pet her dog. Even if he was stealing her purse, her first reaction was to drop kick this little boy. This is Sparta. That is literally what she did. But anyways, I just wanted to make this video to highlight how black boys are universally hated by everyone, including the people who birth black boys. Don't come at me, I don't give a fuck. But the main reason I'm making this video is the fact that she walked away. She turned around and kicked a black boy. His father was there. His father was there, other people were there, strangers were there, and she still walked away. Do you think she would have walked away if she kicked anyone but a black boy? She kicked a white girl. Do you think she would have walked away? She kicked the Asian boy. You think she would have walked away? Do you think they would have let her walk away if she kicked anyone but a black boy?
What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. So recently, a French comedian, a very influential woman, hit a 6-year-old boy on his chest with her foot. Yeah, you heard that right. A grown woman, a public figure, hit a 6-year-old child with her foot on his chest. And of course, the internet is divided. Some people are protecting her and defending her. But here, we're gonna call it what it is. Violence rooted in racial bias. So according to reports, Noel Madani claimed she thought she was being robbed, that the child and his family were trying to steal her bag. But here is the thing, we all know that reflex. But that reflex, we all know it doesn't come from nowhere. Just you having direct mind of attacking someone, a 6-year-old black child, because you think that they are coming to rob you. And the truth is, you don't just randomly assume a 6-year-old boy is a threat unless you've been conditioned to see black as a danger. And this is what happened here. And people are trying to defend her and saying, you people stop it. Her fiancé is black and she has black friends, she has black kids. But you all have to stop with this narrative, because having a black fiancé, having black kids, having black children does not automatically absolve someone of racism or bias. So this kid right now is traumatized. Can you imagine, you as a child, you see someone that you like and you want to take a photo with them, and after getting to them, all they do is attack you. Can you imagine the trauma that this kid is having right now, a 6-year-old child? So I want us to watch just some of the few clips that are gathered for you guys and what people have to say this and the excuse that she had to give about why she did what she did. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on this episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screens.
So, a French comedian, a woman called Noel Madani, kicked a little black boy in the chest. This woman, a French comedian, kicked a little black boy at the center of his chest. And when she was confronted by people and asked why she kicked a little black boy in the chest, she said that he was trying to steal his purse. When are these people gonna learn? People But just go to her page, okay? And I don't even condone bullying, but this is too much. A tiny little black boy kicked in the chest, innocent child, by this woman. Her name is Noelle Mandani. She's a French comedian. Anyway. Like, I am just so fed up. Like, these people don't see black people as people. I am so mad. I was trying to sleep and I just cannot sleep because I just think of that little child kicked in the chest just because he is black. These people don't see blacks as a little child kicked in the center of the chest.
So if somebody had told me that Nawal Madani would one day kick a 6-year-old boy, I would have said, yeah, right. Stop spreading nonsense. But she actually did. In Paris, apparently she thought a group of kids coming up to her were thugs, but they were literally just little kids who wanted an autograph. The dad was standing right there. There was no danger at all. Someone with Nawal even told the kids to step back, but the smallest one, the 6-year-old, kept walking toward her. He wasn't being aggressive. He just wanted to pet her little dog. And instead of just moving away or saying no, Nawal kicked him in the chest. The poor kid fell to the ground. He could have been seriously hurt. Like, imagine being that young and getting kicked by a celebrity you probably admired. And this isn't even the first time she's had an outburst. People are saying there was already another incident before this. I used to really like Nawal, but this is something else. At some point, fame just goes to your head.
Y'all, this one's serious. Comedian Noelle Madani allegedly kicked a 6-year-old boy in Paris. The kid just wanted a picture, a sweet moment any kid would have with a celebrity, and somehow it escalated to violence. The father explained that the older siblings were running after her, not to bother her, just to get a photo, and when Julian, the youngest, reached her, that's when she allegedly kicked him. The kid went to the hospital, thankfully. Okay, physically, but the emotional impact, that's something else. Nawal went to the police that night to explain she felt threatened, but now the Paris prosecutor has opened an investigation for violence against a minor. This story is sparking outrage online, and people are debating responsibility, parenting, celebrity behavior, and safety for kids. Even in a short encounter, a lot can go wrong, and children need to be protected above everything else. Stay tuned, y'all. This is more than a viral clip. It's a reminder that safety and accountability matter, no matter who you are.
Do you know the saddest thing about the woman that kicked a black boy in the chest? Is the fact that she is the mother of a little black child. The mother of a little black child kicked black child in the chest because the woman, the comedian, the French comedian, was walking in the streets of Paris and she was carrying a little dog in the bag. And the little black boy approached because she wanted to see the dog. And this woman, who is a mother to a little black boy, saw it fit to drop kick this little boy in the chest. And her response was that she thought the little boy was trying to steal from her. And this is the thing that worries me. You see a lot of people who say, well, I'm married to my partner is black or whatever, but it does not mean that they still have any regard for black people. Imagine that little kid that she has growing up to know that one day she drop kicked a little black boy in the chest.
Yes, guys, it's quite sad that this had to happen to this boy, to this child. He's only 6 years old. She was trying to pet her puppy, and the only thing that she could think is, oh my goodness, they are trying to rob me, and act very fast and hit to this child with her feet on the chest. Can you imagine the trauma this child is having right now? I don't even think that this kid will grow having love for any celebrity, because as a child growing up and someone does this to you, you always have that trauma, even at times where you think, I want to go and maybe watch a concert of this as specific celebrity. It will always remind you of what happened to you when you were young with this celebrity. So this is quite a bad behavior and should not be accepted. And instead of her trying to defend herself, she should come and apologize to this child. She should be sorry to this family. You all have to understand that racism isn't just about hatred, because I'm seeing so many people out here defending her. It's about the reflex, the assumption, the fear that comes up when you see a black face and your brain immediately goes into defense mode. You don't want to say her fiancé is black, but if this was a child of any other color, the case would have been different. She thought she was being robbed by this family and these kids just because of their skin color. People keep on saying that black people love making everything about race, but we all know this would not have been the case if it was a child of any other race, especially in a place like France. You all know the history of how black people have been portrayed out there, and you have to understand that you can still love someone who is black and still see other people who are black as a threat, you know, or don't even want to be associated with other black people. And I'm seeing people trying to play this thing around and saying, I have black friends, I'm married to a black man, I'm married to a black woman, so how are you calling me racist? But you all know how this goes, because I've seen it in so many cases. I myself have experienced this. Someone, because they don't like what I was saying and they just want to pretend they're not racist simply because they're married to a black woman. But yeah, that is the case. So there is no way we can defend her here saying that she's married or her fiancé is black. So that was not the case there. But she assumed, she didn't even know, she didn't even want to bother what these kids actually wanted. But you're on the streets walking, of course people are going to see you are a celebrity. But she assumed that these people or this kid was trying to rob her. People are asking, why do you have to cancel her because she did this? You have to understand that it's not about canceling her. It's not like people hate her. It's not like people have anything against her, but it's about accountability, especially in today's world where figures like her shape how people in the society view black people. Because you cannot tell me you see a 6-year-old child and directly assume that this child wants to rob me. There is something somewhere wrong with you. I need you to sit down and unpack that and think to yourself, why did I look at this 6-year-old boy as a threat to me? Can you imagine you as a celebrity, you see a few kids, black kids coming to you, maybe asking for your photo or something, and you just automatically assume that you are in danger with a grown woman and a few kids or just a 6-year-old child. I know this is a topic that most people don't like talking about, but you need to sit down and ask yourself why. She needs to sit down and ask herself, like, why did I see that kid as a threat? The kid was only petting my pot, but the only thing that came to my mind was that this kid was trying to rob me, and that was not the case. I would really love you to tell me what you all think about this and what you've actually learned from this situation. So what I got to understand from these and other cases that I've seen like this is that being connected to blackness doesn't mean that you respect it, and real allyship isn't about who you date, who you're friends with, or you have black kids. It's about how you treat black people when there are no cameras, no filters, no PR teams watching, because in that split-second decision we see the truth, and this is her truth, and this is how she thinks of black people. In as much as she has a black fiancé, you can not tell me that you automatically assume that a 6-year-old boy is coming to rob you or is a threat to you. I want you all to tell me what you all think about this. I do really appreciate your love and support on this channel. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't, and until the next episode, bye.